Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Richawd back with another video. Now, some of y'all may be feeling like some things just aren't the same anymore. What do I mean by that? Like typical things when you was coming up, like video games, going out with friends, watching cartoons, watching movies, you know, typical things that we've enjoyed, as we've come up in life. You may get to a point where, you don't get the same feeling for these things. Like Christmas comes around, you're not as excited. Certain holidays come around, you're not as excited. Even your birthday may come around and you may not be as excited. I know some people may be able to relate. And this can be conflicting in your mind, because you may feel like, a part of yourself that you've always known is unrecognizable now. You used to be, optimistic and driven by certain things, that childlike energy. I'm a believer that we have to keep our childlike state. What is our childlike state? A child feels like they can do anything, and a child is very, at least most children, they're very adventurous. You know what I'm saying? They're always looking to, try new things, do new things. Like I remember when I was a kid, me and my siblings, we were very creative. We were always getting into some stuff. We were always creating something. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important to keep that childlike energy, to always want to create, to always want to experience new things, and if you get to a point to where you kind of feel burnt out with some of the things that, used to be fun for you, maybe you've overindulged in these things. Like if video games aren't hitting the same, maybe it's because you spent your whole childhood, playing video games for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end. You know what I'm saying? So you may feel like, oh, maybe I'm depressed, or maybe I'm, just not the same anymore. Maybe things just aren't the same anymore. Really what it is, bro. And really what I've come to understand, it has nothing to do with those things. It's just you're maturing and you're elevating mentally. Not everybody goes through this. You know what I'm saying? Some people are 35, 40, 50 years old, still playing video games like they was a child, but I notice a lot of people, like once they reach a certain age and start getting a lot of responsibilities in life, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of their old pastimes change. You know what I'm saying? Some for the better, some for the worse. Some become bitter. They miss their old pastimes. They miss being able to just sit around and play video games all day and kick it with their friends all day. Now they got kids they got to raise and all these responsibilities. Some people responsibilities, it takes them away from, their old self. You know what I'm saying? Because now, it's not about you anymore. It's about these responsibilities that you have, And the point I'm getting at is, this just means that you have to replace certain things with different hobbies, bro, with different activities, man. You've just matured, it's so much we can be doing out here, bro. It's so many different things to learn, different things to do. I think it's best to stay adventurous, bro. Just like when you were a kid, you know what I'm saying? Do things more in moderation. Maybe you got to moderate things more. When you're a child, you just do things all day long and it never gets old. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is new to you, so you're constantly getting new downloads and having new experiences. The word is slipping. I'm looking for it, but the thrill of these things get diluted over time. It's kind of like think of people who have certain addictions. You know what I'm saying? You may be addicted to eating. You know what I'm saying? Usually with addictions, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, that thing that you're constantly craving and always needing, you start needing different cravings. That craving doesn't hit the same anymore. Like say you have an addiction to eating McChickens, you know what I'm saying? You eat a McChicken every day. Eventually that McChicken gonna get old. Eventually that craving, that energy, you woke up and you just excited to go buy you a McChicken. Eventually one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, man, to hell with that McChicken, man. I want a Big Mac, or, you know what I'm saying? I want a salad, or I want a taco. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with certain hobbies, bro. Maybe when you was a kid, you loved sports, and And I was just talking to somebody, it was this lady, she works at a hospital, and she was talking about how, you know, her son kind of got burnt out with sports, and she was disappointed. You know, she was, from what it sounded like from the outside looking in, she was one of those parents who who what they wanted for their child never wanted for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you know, she wanted her boy to be a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? But basically, right after high school, when he became an adult and he can make his own decisions and you can't force him to do anything, after high school, he was like, man, I don't want to play basketball anymore, you know? And she was just saying how she was really disappointed and things like that. And I didn't say it, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, she's one of those parents who forced her kid to play a sport, and what she wanted for that kid never wanted for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And finally, when the kid got some control over their life and you know, got older and reached 18, he was finally able to stand down and make a decision and be like, yo, like, this isn't what I want to do. Like, you can get burnt out doing something that, you know, you may have loved at a point, but eventually if the love isn't there, if the drive isn't there, you can't force certain things on anybody. But my point being, bro, like, sometimes you do just get burnt out with things. You know what I'm saying? Anything, bro. Anything that you're doing all the time, you can get burnt out with. Some people in relationships, they gotta spice things up a little bit because you're burnt out with your partner. When you first get with your partner, like, you're excited, you know what I'm saying, it's like a newfound life, everything is fun and this, that, and the third. And eventually, you know, as you get deeper into the relationship, a year, 2 years, if you know you're lucky enough to go that long, 5-10 years, you know what I'm saying, things start to get old, you know. And the point I'm making with all of this, man, if you're at a point where a lot of the things that you used to enjoy aren't hitting the same, and you're kind of in limbo, you know, you're kind of not really enjoying life like you used to, you know, things done got a little serious, you know what I'm saying? You're not in high school anymore, you know, now you're a young adult and you got some responsibilities, or maybe you're not a young adult no more, you're an adult and now you really got responsibilities. Like, all this means is you need to find new things to fill that time with, bro. You know, you'll be surprised, bro. You'll be surprised. Like, a lot of people, the hardest thing to do is start, bro. A lot of people, they think they hate the gym. They think they hate working out until you start working out and you start seeing results. A lot of people who are lazy and don't want to do anything with their life and just want to sit around and be a bum, you know, it's because of the thought of having to start and how hard it will be. You know, you psych yourself out. But you would be surprised at how many things that you will enjoy just as much as you enjoy playing video games, just as much as you enjoy playing sports, just as much as you enjoy watching sports. It's a lot of things that you will really enjoy if you just put the time into it. So what I would say is stay adventurous, man. Find what you love to do, bro. It's so much you can be doing out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's so many pastimes you could be doing, bro. And really just stay focused and locked in on the goal, on the mission, on your purpose, bro. That should be filling your time. That should be filling your energy. That should have you energized, pumped up every day to better yourself, to build on something. You know, if you're working, you should be, you know what I'm saying? It should be a certain level of motivation to go to work. And I know they say motivation comes and goes. Some days you ain't gonna have no motivation to go to work, but you know, if you have goals and you have something you're building towards and you have responsibilities, that's going to give you that drive, that extra push to go do what you got to do. But I don't want people to feel discouraged and feel like, you know, life can't be enjoyed anymore now because things are getting harder, or, you know what I'm saying, because it's not how it was when you were younger. Really, all that means, man, is you're just maturing and you have different things that you need to start focusing on. You know what I'm saying? And I think once you start focusing on those different things, things will get a lot better for you, you know. But oh, that's the mail lady. But yeah, man, that's the video, man. You know, I'm back making my content, bro. You know, like I said, I don't know how often or how many videos I'm gonna post. I'm gonna, you know, try to be as consistent as I can be. But I'm gonna post when I really got some genuine idea. You know, and that's not to say what I was posting wasn't genuine or genuine ideas, but it was a few videos where they was just forced out just to keep the consistency going. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, everything I do post is genuine, and it has a message that I feel like can help someone, you know what I'm saying? Or a story that can help someone, you understand? And, this was just on my mind this morning, man. Like, sometimes you just got to really rejuvenate yourself, rejuvenate your spirit, bro. That's really what it be, man. You really just need a time to, re-energize yourself, man, because life is all about energy, bro. It's hard to accomplish anything with low energy, and it's a lot of things out here bringing your energy down, so you have to be cautious of those things. You have to be cautious of things that make you feel sad, that make you feel depressed. Maybe social media used to be one of those things that you loved, you used to love, scrolling on social media, looking at funny things. Maybe social media, you need to moderate it more. Maybe you're spending too much time on social media and it's frying your brain, it's rotting your brain, what they call brain rot these days. It's just a lot of factors that can tie into you getting to a point where you feel like things just aren't really hitting the same. It's really just a mental state that you're in that you have to get yourself out of, because you have to understand, man, when you have these certain mood shifts, or when you get in a certain way or a certain mood, it's just you in your mind telling yourself that things are terrible right now. But you can literally change that by just telling yourself, man, like, this is all a part of the journey. This is just what I got to do. And you got to have some level of motivation to get done the things that you need to get done, bro. Maybe the things aren't hitting the same because that's God telling you, man, you need to be focusing on something bigger. Like, you need to be filling your time with something bigger, or there's something bigger and better out there. So, man, just stay adventurous, man. Get out, go out, do things, socialize. We're social creatures, man. I know it's a difficult time for some people to socialize in. It may be hard for you to relate to people, or whatever issues you may be having, bro. But I feel like it's like-minded people all over. You just have to find them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a believer in, we're just in this alone, nobody can relate. There is a lot of people that are thinking differently, and it may be hard to relate to, but there are plenty of people out there, man. I was just talking to my barber the other day. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the people in my life where, you know what I'm saying, I can talk to and have real conversations with. You know what I'm saying? He sent me a podcast to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was just saying, like, it's important to build with like-minded minds, because they may bring something to the table that you wasn't thinking about, and you may bring something to the table that they wasn't thinking about. Now y'all can both build off of each other's thoughts, and y'all, you know what I'm saying, the old saying, iron sharpens iron. So you just really got to find your people, man. But what I will say is, if you're just alone and you don't got nobody, it's really, you got to look in the mirror, man. You know what I'm saying? You really got to look in the mirror. And if you're feeling sad and depressed, and you don't really got that drive to do the things that you have to do because you don't get the thrill out of it anymore, maybe it's God trying to tell you that everything isn't always about a thrill. Everything isn't always about instant gratification. Maybe you gotta reprogram yourself to embrace the grind, to enjoy the grind. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the point that you're at in life. Maybe that's why the things that used to give you instant gratification aren't giving you instant gratification anymore, aren't fulfilling you anymore, because you need to be fulfilled by bigger and better things. Maybe it's just the Most High trying to push you to focus your energy on bigger and better things, man. But hopefully this can give y'all some optimism, man. Like I said, man, I'm in a good state, man. I'm in a good state, man. As far as mentally, I'm in a good state. And like I said, I just took a step back because I didn't want to be pushing out any negative or any down energy. Like, when I make my videos, I want it to be, something motivating or something informative, something that, people can build off of, something that I want to preach life, we pro-life over here, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the video, man. If things aren't hitting the same no more, it means that you need to get back into that adventurous spirit. You need to get that fire under your, you need to get that fire in your belly again, man. That, just like when you was a kid, you had that fire in your belly. At least I did, man. You had that fire in your belly. You had that soul, man. You just wanted to do anything. You made the best out of whatever you had. When I was a kid, we didn't have everything. But with whatever we had, we made the best out of whatever we had, bro. And you got to keep that mindset. You got to keep that spirit. You got to keep that energy, that childlike energy, bro. you know, to enjoy life, to find ways to enjoy life, no matter what, you know. It'll be times you a kid, you just got your ass whooped. You know how it be after you just got a mad whooping. You sitting around, you sad, and you get around your siblings, you feel me? Or you get around your friends or whatever, and you forget you even got whooped, or you tell the story about how you got whooped, and now y'all laughing about how you got a whooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is really just to be enjoyed, bro. We really just all here to be fruitful, to bear good fruits, multiply, and just experience life on the earth, experience nature, experience people, build as people, be social, you know, be spiritual. That's what this whole thing is about, man. So if you're at a point where your energy is just low and you feel spiritually just dead, you just got to take some time to reflect and recharge and you know what I'm saying? Regroup, you know. But hopefully y'all get the point that I'm trying to make, bro. You know, you really just gotta find that new life, bro. You know, find something to motivate you, find something to drive you, bro. No matter what circumstance you're in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you can be rich in the spirit and not have everything in the world, bro, but you can still carry that, you know, what one may say God-like energy, where, you know, you're just full of charisma and you're full of energy and you're just magnetic. And, you know, you don't got to have $1 million to have that, bro, but you can have $1 million worth of spirit. You can have $1 million worth of energy. And to me, that's more valuable than $1 million, you know. But I'm out, man.